Okay, and now for the end and a little bit about the host. Now have I told you briefly in a clause the state, the array, the number, and the cause of the assembling of this company in Southwark at this noble hostelry known as the Tabard Inn, hard by the Bell. But now the time is come wherein to tell how all we bore ourselves that very night when at the hostelry we did alight. And afterwards the story I engage to tell you of our common pilgrimage. But first, I pray you of your courtesy, you'll not ascribe it to vulgarity, though I speak plainly of this matter here, retailing you their words and means of cheer. Nor though I use their very terms, nor lie, for this thing do you know as well as I. When one repeats a tale told by a man, he must report, so nearly as he can, every least word, if he remembers it, however rude it be, or how unfit. Or else he may be telling what's untrue, embellishing and fictionalizing too. He may not spare, although it were his brother. He must as well say one word as another. Christ spoke right broadly out in Holy Writ, and you know well there's nothing low in it. And Plato says, to those able to read, the word should be the cousin to the deed. Also, I pray that you'll forgive it me if I have not set folk in their degree here in this tale, by rank as they should stand. My wits are not the best, you'll understand. Okay, so in this summary, he should have probably presented the people in order from highest rank to lowest rank, but he just kind of willy-nilly described each of the people. Okay, now he gives this little speech here at the end to tell us that in the tales that follow, he's going to speak how? He's going to tell the tales
as accurately as he can remember them, I assume?
Exactly as he heard them. So if he says some things that are kind of offensive,
let it be.
So
let it be. It's not his fault.
Yes,
he's telling you what they told him. So if you are offended,
blame them,
not him. Okay. Great cheer our host gave to us every one, and to the supper set us all anon, and served us then with victuals of the best. Strong was the wine, and pleasant to each guest. A seemly man our host was withal, fit to have been a marshal in some hall. He was a large man with protruding eyes, as fine a burgher as in Cheapside lies, bold in his speech and wise and right well taught, and as to manhood lacking therein not. Also he was a very merry man, and after meat at playing he began, speaking of mirth among some other things. And when all of us had paid our reckonings, and saying thus, now, masters, verily you are all welcome here, and heartily. For by my truth, and telling you no lie, I have not seen this year a company here in this inn fitter for sport than now. Fain would I make you happy, knew I how, and of a game have I this moment thought to give you joy, and it shall cost you naught. You go to Canterbury, may God speed, and the blessed martyr soon requite your meed. And well I know, as you go on your way, you'll tell good tales, and shape yourselves to play. For truly there's no mirth nor comfort, none, riding the roads as dumb as is a stone. And therefore will I furnish you a sport, as I just said, to give you some comfort. And if you like it all by one assent, and will be ruled by me, of my judgment, and will do as I'll proceed to say, tomorrow, when you ride upon your way, then by my father's spirit who is dead, if you're not gay, I'll give you up my head. Hold up your hands, nor more about it speak. Okay, so what do we know about the host? We need to write some notes about him.
He's a good host.
Good. What else?
He is a good tradesman.
Particular adjectives that the author describes him.
Mary.
Mary.
Let's see.
Pleasant.
Was
was just thinking.
Large.
Wise.
Large,
Protruding eyes.
wise, protruding eyes, manly man. And he likes to have fun. And so he proposes a game that the pilgrims can play while they travel to Canterbury. And so he asks them, do you want to hear what this game is? If you all say yes, I'll tell you. And so our full assenting was not far to seek. We thought there was no reason to think twice, and granted him his way without advice, and bade him tell his verdict just and wise. Masters, quoth he, here now is my advice, but take it not, I pray you, in disdain. This is the point, to put it short and plain, that each of you, beguiling the long day, shall tell 2 stories as you wend your way to Canterbury town, and each of you, on coming home, shall tell another 2, all of adventures he has known befall. And he who plays his part the best of all, that is to say, who tells upon the road tales of best sense in most amusing mode, shall have a supper at the other's cost, here in this room and sitting by this post, when we come back again from Canterbury. So what's the game?
Tell some stories. Tell 4 stories in total. Whoever has the most amusing story wins.
Each person will tell
2 stories down there.
2 stories on the way there,
2 stories on the way
2
back.
stories on the way home, and the stories need to be 2 things. One of them is amusing. The other is
Feel like
most amusing mode.
relevant or
Best sense.
best sense.
what's that?
What he means is the most, it needs to be morally sound. So have good morals and be amusing. So a story that teaches good morals
So
and
they
a
have to
story
make up
that is
these stories, or
amusing.
do they?
They have to make up these stories.
Are those the stories we're gonna read?
Yes.
Then why
So,
do
like,
they? Then why would they be
Basically, like children's stories, almost.
Sort of.
Why would they be like?
The premise of children's stories, but for adults.
Okay.
Like, why would they offend people if they're just like fake stories?
No, not fake stories, probably.
But
Well,
they made them up.
Maybe.
I mean,
They make fun of people.
maybe. We're gonna see what they do.
I think you know what they do.
I do know what they do. Okay, so the rest of this page tells about what's going to happen is he's going to be the judge of who wins. And when they get back, whoever the winner is has to buy dinner, gets dinner purchased for them by the rest of the people. Okay?
Don't you want them?
And they draw straws to see who goes first. And the first person is the knight. So if you look on page 35, you can see the knight's tale begins. The knight's tale is exceptionally long, actually longer than the prologue itself. We're not going to read the knight's tale.
What?
It's very long. It's an allegory also, which means it tells a story of
Something that's about to happen.
Holy cow.
It's a story about ancient Greeks. It's part of the story, and so you have to do a lot of research.